That one at the bottom looked like a shark bite. Like, this is nasty stuff. His foot swollen to the size of a football.
The top 10 staph infections in MMA history.
That's yikes. Dude, you got to take care of that.
Just like take a fucking shower after you work out.
Wash your gear.
Soap. Wash your gear.
Don't
wear super dirty gear.
Yeah, man. That's bad.
That's bad. Kenny Florian, the knee. You know, I just want to... if you give me a list, the first thing I'm going to do is scroll to the number one.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, dude, I don't care about
why am I
these.
fucking with the amateur shit?
Yeah, no. Show me that nasty shit. Yeah, that's no joke. I mean, if you smell yourself a little bit, there's some bacteria going on. Like if you smell your gear and whatnot. And so if you smell yourself a little bit, usually you stink a little bit and people can smell you a lot more than you can because you're used to your own scent. So, I mean, that's just something out there for all the jiu-jitsu fighters. Wash your gear.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
It's literally just that simple. Just wash your shit.
The night you use it. Yeah. Don't go to bed.
After.
I knew a lot of wrestlers when I was wrestling before I started doing jiu-jitsu they wouldn't shower at night. Oh, I shower in the morning.
But I'm like, but you just
it's like, dude, you just
so
a
much
lot of flesh on flesh contact, and then with the mat and the sweat
all
and
like
the
gear, microbiome that like isn't part of you.
Exactly,
like
all that bacteria.
To, like, else is, like,
exactly,
on your skin.
That's not good. That's like you're sleeping with invaders to your body, like right there. That's not a.
Dude, wouldn't it be so cool to have like a video game where you're like a germ or like a virus? Well, I know there's like the games that's like take over the like.
Oh yeah, the host's body.
Yeah,
yeah.
But like an actual game where like it's like open world
Osmosis Jones.
Yeah, basically Osmosis Jones, but Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
so like you're in a body,
and you can be good or bad. You can be like red blood cell side, or you can be like a viral infection,
a microbiome.
Like, dude, that'd be sick.
Well, that really
the adventures of the microbiome.
And like you're driving instead of like on streets, you're like going through bloodstreams, and like shit like that to get to different parts. But like obviously it would be like made to look like a civilization, so like there would be like structures and stuff. Mm-hmm. But like you'd be like. Dude, that could actually be really dope.
That'd be really cool. I always thought about this video game idea. And like the first, as Grand Theft Auto or like Fable type open world, you get to make your own decisions. Each decision affects your character and the world around you. And the first like third of the game, you're a person, and you go through the story and whatnot. And then a third of the way through the game,
become a werewolf or a centaur.
No, a third of the way through the game, you die, and whatever accident, good or bad, whatever. Centaur. And then,
so it's just part of the story,
right? Yeah, like your character is going to die a third of the way through the game. But depending on your actions throughout that game, you either come back as a devil or a demon, or you come back as like a protector or an angel type
what
entity.
About that's great, but what about waking up in hell and having to climb back through hell to get back to Earth, or going through heaven,
or like heaven's hunting you down because you're a bad boy.
But what if you're just like a really good player? Then where do you go? And then what?
I don't know. You got to get all the way to the top.
The game's over. That'd be so funny if like the game is just
like oh well, you're done.
Oh no! Like hell invades heaven, and you have to like protect heaven.
That's kind of like Darksiders.
Yeah,
based off the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And
these are really cool ideas. Like both of these. There's probably some people who'd be like, "No, both those ideas suck." But I think like so. Yeah, you could either, but that gives it strong replay value.
Yeah, because you
know
can play
so
you
wake
times.
up in hell, and you have to get to Earth to like because you don't want to be in hell.
Right.
You know? Like that's it.
Or you die, you go to heaven, and you have to get back to Earth because shit's going down on Earth, and you're like, I got to get back there and help, and they're like, you're in heaven, you're already here.
But see, getting through heaven wouldn't be hard.
What if the archangels are like, no, once you're here, you're here. If you pass the tests, and they're not necessarily violent tests.
Yeah, they're not letting you go back to Earth.
They're like, you can't go back to Earth unless you complete these tasks.
So then, like, maybe that part.
Also, so you're not killing angels.
Stealth.
Ooh,
like maybe there's like things that prevent angels from killing each other in heaven. So then it's just like
y'all are all immortals up there. So
one time you play the game and you're bad and you go through hell and you do all this stuff and you're just like fucking shit up. And then the second time, a third of the way through, you're like, oh shit, now I'm forced into a stealth game because there's rules. I can't kill these angels. Yeah. But for the next 7 hours of gameplay, I have to Splinter Cell / Hitman my way through and like tie them up.
You got to subdue them. And, you got to make deals.
It's a fantasy type game, so I'm sure it'd be like some kind of things, magic and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Powers, obviously. But dude, that'd be, and now you're an angel, and then the last.
I like to wreck shit through hell. So that's like a hacker slasher.
That's the second third of the game. And then the last third of the game is on either side is you back in heaven or you back on Earth if you've gotten through. Right. So then the middle of the game could be different.
Dude, that would be sick. And then there's always
call the game completely neutral. Erect.
Ooh.
Earth 2049. That's what it'll be called.
Yikes.
Slightly erect on Earth. Slightly erect, Earth 2049, semicolon.
I like that colon.
Max Defense Force.
Slasher Hacker 5000.
/ the New Testament is here because of hell, and it could be a really long title. But also, that would be a really cool game.
What's that?
Because like I like games that like you can keep like my favorite game of all time is basically Bloodborne, and every time
hard
like,
as fuck.
Yeah, and it's made by the people who made Dark Souls, and it's insanely hard.
Hard as fuck.
And every time you beat it, you like keep doing the game over and over again, like new game +1 +2. It's like, and it just gets harder. So like that's what I like, and you can like make different decisions and fight different bosses in different orders and shit like that. But that would be cool, having a game where like you go back and it's a completely different game.
Kind of like Fable. Did you play Fable?
That. They've done that with different things, and like RPGs are basically that.
Yeah.
But like this is like more of an action adventure RPG where like there's mission, like you're on a path like directly,
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really sick. And then there's the third type, you did the whole good, the whole bad deal, and then like you play the game completely neutral.
Right. Like, well, a lot of game companies are going back to that single player adventure because like people are missing that.
Oh, for sure.
And like the new Star Wars, I think it was like the Fallen Jedi or whatever.
Like I like online gameplay, but like sometimes
the Fallen
you're like,
Jedi Order
I'm not too into it.
Is an upcoming single player action adventure game. So it's a single player action adventure, like first person. I don't know if it's first person. It might be third person.
Like Skyrim.
Yeah, and so like it's gonna be dope, but it's like it's not a. I don't know if it's an open world RPG. Like it's got like missions and stuff. Like it's exactly kind of like what we're talking about. We want, but with Star Wars. So like I mean I'm fucking getting it.
Respawn it's coming out, Entertainment. I don't think I've heard of them.
It's coming out November 15th.
Yep, November 15th, 2019. Stay tuned.
I'll definitely be getting it. Dude, there's a new game out on Switch, and I was thinking about buying it. It's Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the new Ultimate Alliance game, and it's like an action adventure game where you just like play as like different Marvel characters, and it's about Thanos, but you're also can play as the whole catalog, so X-Men and like all the people who aren't in the cinematic universe because it's a video game, so it's all Marvel. So I was thinking about getting it and as multiplayer, and it's kind of like a kiddie teen game, but like I could play as Hulk for hours and
for sure.
That's all I want to do.
I'd fuck around as Wolverine the entire time.
I wish the government would come to me and be like, hey, will you sign over your life and we'll make you a super being, and then in 20 years like we'll betray you and kill you and no one will know about it.
Yeah, yeah, sure, I'm down.
Like, give me 8 years, if
they came up to me and they're like, can we plate your entire skeleton in the strongest metal known to humans?
You'll never be allowed to have contact with other people, but you'll be a super being and we're gonna like spend you into space as like to fight, like or like we're gonna send you into countries to like take things over and now you're a super soldier.
I'd be like why didn't you come to me sooner?
When can I start?
I know,
like,
right?
Oh, we have to kill everyone in your life. Okay, they'll deal with it.
Okay, they're gonna have to deal with. That's their problem. Okay, that's not mine.
I'm no longer associated with them, sir. I am only looking at my future boss.
And then obviously in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, dude, I can't wait to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah. Then you're already playing like, if Jason Bourne got away. Like,
yeah, dude. Like, what?
Right, because my motto is, what would Jason Bourne do? That's my motto for life. So. Jason Bourne literally, but you know what? The point of that whole series is that to not do that, basically, because it wasn't worth it. Because he kind of was.
Yeah, he did lose himself and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But, I think I'd be okay with that.
Those weren't the good parts.
Yeah,
of the movie.
None of that was the good parts.
Not the good parts of the movie. The good parts of the movie are him like, who am I? Oh, shit, I got to fight 7 guys.
All right, so if the government came to you and they said, hey, Hayden, you were in this terrible accident. We're gonna do this to your body. You're gonna be a super soldier. Right. Pick your profile. What would you kind of be like? I need this. I want this enhancement. I want this here. When I get mad, I get big. I want super healing.
Honestly, first thing I'm doing, I'm asking questions. I'm like, can you make my skin impenetrable.
Like you can go into that. You can just and then
no, just like all the time, like Superman.
Oh, okay.
Because think about it. Then knives, don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Bullets, don't have to worry about it. Okay, what can you do for my skeleton? Are we talking X-Men? Adamantium? And then with my genetic bone disorder, my bones already being like they are, I'd be like, is there any way you can play off that and make my skull even like? Because then I could just have like
hardcore headbutt.
Exactly, boom. But then also, what are we talking strength and speed wise? Because Hulk's my guy, and I'm always gonna have to stay true that. I mean, I think him being the strongest and always being able to, there's no limit to
created
his range,
in his image.
To me, he is the ultimate like destroyer. Mm-hmm. Like there isn't anybody. Like Doctor Strange is fucking awesome, and like
he's dope.
Superman is like my number 2, and Spider-Man's like up there too. So like they're all fucking great, and like Superman is obviously the motherfucker of motherfuckers, right? But and like Goku is like the craziest being outside
on like
of
the anime side,
right. Like, and the Last Airbender, like the Avatar, like he's insane. But to me, like there's no limit on Hulk. Like he just gets angrier and angrier and angrier. Like to me,
it's right. So like the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. Right? There's no limit to that power.
There's no limit.
What's it called when he goes red?
Of Red Hulk, and that's like a different kind of like character arc and like series.
Okay.
So like I would just be like, could you make me Hulk and control it? And if they're just like, yeah. But if they're also just like, no, we could just make you like super fast, super strong, and then like we can put like plates in you or like make your bones or like give you this. And then I'd just be like, yeah, fuck it, do that.
Yeah, fuck it, whatever.
But also like, can you replace my eyes?
Yeah, see, this is where
exactly
what I would want,
because I thought you were going a little more like supernatural-ish with it, like powers, but technology can supplement that.
Yeah, technology can kind of supplement that, and like they made the Hulk and
I want to change my entire answer, everything.
Okay, shoot.
I want to be Jax from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, so, okay, that's where I was gonna get to. I was like, yeah, eyes. if I was in, what terrible accident, and they find your disfigured body or whatever, they're like, hey, we're gonna do this. What do you want? I'd be like, all right, I want Bionic, or I'm sorry, I want the adamantium, plate skeleton. Like I want my organs protected. If you can make my skin impenetrable, let's do that. But I want one bionic arm in which a blade comes out.
I like Winter Soldier, and I like I like the idea of like one super arm, but then my thing is like, why not 2?
True, but I mean, this arm is still strong as fuck. I mean, it's still metal underneath. It's still impenetrable and whatnot. This is just my gear arm, and I don't know why it just won, but I'm visualizing it. I'm like, this motherfucker looks badass with one like steel arm, and then like my hand is like it retracts in. It's like a buzzsaw, like a Baraka Mortal Kombat style. Like blade can come out. I can shoot from it.
That's cool. So
but
Iron
like
Man,
you said,
kind of Iron Man-ish.
Iron Man on this arm, and then like you said, the bionic eyes. I want to be able to see through things. I want to be able to analyze. I want to see the entire color spectrum.
But here's the thing. I don't know if I want that much analytical robotic power, because then we're talking about computer. Then we're talking about things having to be in your body to transmit that data. And I don't know how much.
Up. This is if you are fucked up. Like you're gonna die otherwise.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
but wouldn't it just be dope if you were just like, I can see really far, zoom in, zoom out, black and white, but like not like pulling up profiles and shit.
That's like a. I feel like I don't know if the government. We're talking about what a government could give you.
That's true.
I don't know if they could be like, you have the ability of flight now. How are you going to do that unless they install jets?
What if it's not the government, but like a black market arms dealer, kind of like in Mortal Kombat? A lot of my fantasies about like crazy things now are like Mortal Kombat related.
Yeah,
just because I love the story of Mortal Kombat. It's ridiculous.
It's awesome.
It's the Fast and Furious of.
I like the story
games.
of Mortal Kombat more than I do Dragon Ball Z for sure.
Like Mortal Kombat's the shit.
Yeah,
like I love like. Quan Chi to me is the coolest looking character of anything.
Quan Chi is my favorite Mortal Kombat character, and then Sub-Zero. But like, for example, I don't think the government could give you Quan Chi's powers. I think that's you have to go to another realm and learn the dark art.
Yeah, for sure. But if we're talking like technology, like what's his name?
I'm bionic as fuck if we're talking about government technology. Jax? Who are you talking about?
No, he's the
Kano?
guy with one. Yeah, Kano. Yeah, he's a black market arms dealer.
Yeah.
If he comes to me, he's probably not coming with a contract. He's probably like,
I need you to kill these people,
or like, we're gonna kill you if we don't do it. So then at that point you don't. But
I think he's a Black Dragon
but he
clan.
might give you cooler shit.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so same thing.
But maybe
I mean,
not,
the government is the black arms dealer. Like,
That's
it's the same thing.
That's
come on. So yeah, I'd have a bionic arm. I'd want to see, analyze, like you pull up your profile, he has this, and this. He's got this going on in his body. Like, how the Predator can switch, visions like that. I just want to be able to do that. But I'm sure, like you said, like you have weaknesses. Like if you get hit with an EMP or something like that, you're like, I'm fucked, for 10 seconds or something like that.
Okay,
but you have to have your weaknesses.
Okay, let me ask you this. What do you think is more likely when it comes to like bionic limbs like that? Do you think it's more likely that it's going to be Winter Soldier like, Jax like, right? Where it's like
bionically enhanced with steel.
Right.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's going to be more? Because here's the thing. Then like you're visually like giving away your advantages to your opponent. True. And if you're trying to create super soldiers, a super army, you want them to look a certain way, but like, do you want them to look like robots?
Right.
Or like, would you rather them like be enhancing just like the adamantium, like your bones? They enhance your skin to be tough and to like not be as like tearing. Because like if you're super strong with this, like as soon as you punch shit, like the skin on your knuckles and everything is just going to split open and you're going to be bleeding all the time.
Yeah, you die from blood loss.
Right. That's why Wolverine, like, he heals.
They give him that healing power.
That's his mutant power.
Oh, yeah, he was born with that.
Right.
True.
That's his mutant power, and that he can heal, and then he has the, the bones that retract, and then that they, his skeleton. They did that to his skeleton. Anyway, and that's like the super dumbed down version of all that.
Yeah.
But, so do you think it's more likely to have the bionic, all that shit, or enhanced skin, and then where they've robotically and bionically enhanced all your joints and ligaments? So like underneath you have bionic everything, so you still look human, normal, but like you have a super elbow joint, so now you can like bend it backwards and like crazy shit like that.
Okay, but maybe I'm on board with that,
because then you could do legs, because it just looks ridiculous to have robot legs.
Right. Like
that just looks ridiculous. I wouldn't want that. I would always wear pants. Which, you know what? That's just the fix, actually. Just
just wear clothes. Fucking put on a jacket, you idiot. Yeah, I know, right? Like, we're not naked in all these scenarios. We don't have to be completely nude.
That's really funny.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, so then you're like running really fast. Then you're Captain America.
Yeah.
With technology.
I would love that.
You're Captain America with technology.
Yeah, for sure. And then I would go...
I mean, he can't bend.
I'd go to the Lin Kuei and Sub-Zero's world and be like, teach me how to freeze shit.
Bro, like, I'd go to Raiden. I mean, I'd be like, what can I...
But he's a god.
I know.
What can you teach me as a human?
I know.
I mean, you'd be better off going to like Liu Kang or something. Yeah, true that.
Because my name is Hayden. And I always felt guilty playing Mortal Kombat 2 on Genesis. Not picking Raiden because I felt like I was betraying myself.
I was always
Raiden.
I really like the characters that are in hardcore rivalries. So like when playing Mortal Kombat,
you like choosing a side.
As a kid, yeah, I always choose a side.
Yeah,
I'm not really good with Scorpion. I love his story. I love the character. I think he's badass. But I chose Sub-Zero's side.
He becomes Noob Saibot?
No, that's Sub-Zero. And that's why I like Sub-Zero.
I would like to apologize to everybody. I promise I do know my Mortal Kombat. I was just thinking about Noob Saibot, and then he started talking about Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
What's his name? Hanzo Hasashi is Scorpion. He dies, and he comes back as actual Scorpion. He's a Spectre. And then the older brother is killed by Scorpion, and he comes back as Noob Saibot, as a Wraith.
Right.
So,
okay.
I like his story. I like, the whole revenge thing. It's the same thing with Dragon Ball Z, Goku and Vegeta. That's why I don't like Goku, because I picked Vegeta's side.
Right.
Oh, is that him in the... Yeah, he looks sick in the new one.
Noob Saibot looks so dope in the new Mortal Kombat.
I like how he's homeboys with Smoke, too. Actually, I think they were homeboys when... I could be wrong. I could have my Mortal Kombat wrong. But Smoke, before he is turned bionic into a robot, he was also part of the Lin Kuei, which is Sub-Zero's clan. Yeah. I just don't remember if he was homeboys with the older or younger Sub-Zero.
We can look that up. I'm trying to see...
Because Sub-Zero is a title. It's not really his name.
Right.
And when Scorpion kills the original Sub-Zero, his younger brother, I think it's Bi-Han and I forgot Kuai Lang. Those are the two brothers. I think Bi-Han is the older one.
Right.
Bi-Han is killed... And so his younger brother assumes the title in his honor as Sub-Zero.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia. Fought side by side with Smoke and even had ridiculous zoning in MK9. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I like him a lot. But I like Quan Chi's story. I don't know if you can pull it up and check my facts on it, but I'm almost
dude.
Positive he was like like a demon, like a monster demon, and he got so acquainted with the arts, like the dark arts or sorcery, that he was able to manifest himself into that being that we know as Quan Chi.
So Quan Chi's Wikipedia. In the games, Quan Chi is a sorcerer and necromancer from the eternally damned Netherrealm. He's a malevolent opportunist who will ally himself with anyone who can help him further. Okay.
He's kind of a douchebag, but he's, you know, he's cool.
No, he's definitely the dude.
And he's the one who pit Scorpion and Sub-Zero against each other.
Yes, I saw that. Okay, yeah, this is just like really heavy, so I'd have to like read all this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
little fun fact about Noob Saibot. His name is both of
Ed Boon and Tobias.
Tobias, backwards.
So the limbs. So do you think more bionic, steel looking, all that shit with like cool texture, or underneath
impenetrable flesh? Yeah,
right. That'd be cool.
And then I guess that, I mean, I can't turn my hand into a buzzsaw anymore.
But then how do the muscles react? You would still, but
you don't have muscles. Your arm, boom, is blown off.
Okay.
And so they're like, we're gonna put in the plated.
Yeah, but maybe there's also the ability to just enhance what's there, because like you won't have to use your muscles.
Well, they would have to enhance this arm.
Yeah.
Like if this arm is boom blown off. Are they gonna like? It'd be like
it could be mixed match.
Yeah,
and then but no matter what, I want like my knees to where like I could run like at like 32 miles an hour for like 17 hours straight.
Yeah, no damage.
Right, and my feet. That's what you would really want is like bionic, like to be like an honest, like crazy super athlete. You would want bionic like feet and joints there, so then you could just grip the ground and go. You know, and then if you know how to fight using your hips and legs, you would hit so fucking hard. And especially if you had bricks for hands, basically, with fucking like all that. And then with me in my head, see, that's my thing. Like, what if they're like, oh, Hayden, you know, we got to take your eye, your shit's like growing, it's all like weird, your skull's fucked up. And then the government walks in and they're like, we want to embed this like steel structured like bionic eye. We just need a skull to anchor it in, and no one has a skull like you. So, and then I would just be like, fucking do it. I would immediately grab like the anesthesiologist, be like, put me under, let's go.
You can't be under for this operation. Like, you have to feel
got
everything.
Out of surgery. Fucking do it.
You'd have to feel everything though. They're like, there's no anesthesia.
Oh yeah, there's no.
He's like a Russian. He's no anesthesia.
No. We need to see if you've got it. I'll be like,
to see if you can.
Let's go, endure the pain.
He's like, what? Let's go, compadre. He's like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
That would definitely be like the fucking. So yeah, bionic limbs. I think we both like just agree that that's the most likely. Of, like,
as far as likely, technologically, yeah.
Okay, so now supernaturally, yeah.
I want to fly fast.
That's it. That's the number one.
And I don't want to have to use oxygen.
Not just that, because that's too basic. You have to like have some kind. It needs to be more broader. Like,
well, like
I can adapt to any atmosphere.
Okay, yeah,
things like that.
You can survive in a vacuum,
right?
Someone like that, you know.
Well, then you're just Superman.
Well, or Frieza. Okay. That's why I brought that up, because when Frieza and Goku are fighting and the planet's about to explode.
Would you rather customize yourself or just be like?
I don't think you can. Wait, what do you mean?
Like if like a deity came to you and was like, I'm going to make you a super being, like would you? And he was like, you can either use these presets. So like a character like a preset from like literature.
These
like,
are people who I've enhanced in the past. And I'm like, wait, what happened to them? Don't worry about
Quan
that.
Chi, Avatar, SpongeBob's on there. Like, okay, that's weird.
Underwater breathing.
He's like, he can breathe underwater and he can transform into, he's a shapeshifter. Okay, he's a shapeshifter,
and you're completely ignorant of everything all the time.
yeah, like
you're in constant bliss. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty tempting.
Yeah, actually, SpongeBob's pretty dope life.
I know, right?
But anyway, or like you can customize yourself with like 5 things. And I'd be like, oh man, there's some dope things out there.
Flight, invisibility, super strength.
I mean, Superman's kind of like for me. It'd either be Superman or Spider-Man. But then with Spider-Man, like you do need some like assistance to be like the best you can be.
Yeah, no, I would be like Superman's powers. I think they kind of go hand in hand with like Goku or Vegeta's powers
for sure.
You know, so I mean, if he was like pick someone in any, I'd be like, yeah, just make me.
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna
make me
Hulk.
a Saiyan. Oh, I'd be a Saiyan.
I'd pick Hulk.
I'd be like, wait, can you change my race? And he'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, okay, I want to be a
you
Saiyan.
Pick a preset. You just become like that, but that version of you.
Yeah.
But what if like my version of Hulk is like a bitch Hulk and he's like teal? And like, but like
no, it goes with your personality. So you'd be like black with like red tattoo. You'd look like Darth Maul, but the Hulk.
That would be so dope.
You
also,
got
I might just
top.
do Darth Maul. But then I couldn't just walk around public.
Yeah, I know.
They'd be like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, people would cower and run. But maybe like, that's what you want.
That fucking tattooed guy, I would end up like working at a supermarket as like a bagger because like no one else will hire me. Like I can't get through in life. You know?
Yeah.
It's like either be a Sith like
see Saiyans look just like humans except for the fact that they have a monkey tail.
Right.
And they transform at a full moon into a huge ape.
Like,
yeah, or I just wear it as a belt. They'd be like, "Wow, it's a cool."
That's true.
It's a cool belt. Be like, yeah, it's natural actually.
Yeah, and then you could hide it. You could hide it.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
you
Superman,
could cut it off
you
too.
could be like, but see, with Hulk, like I could do that.
They cut their tails off too. So
also though, I'll say this: a dope like werewolf would be kind of cool too. Like if you could control, like kind of, you know, and like if you could, like that would be cool because like a lichen, right? From so like that would also just be kind of cool because like vampire werewolves, like fuck being a vampire, you have to like
that's like mythological world.
Yeah.
There's like the government enhancement world, the super deity world.
But I'm saying like being a vampire would be like that sucks. Like you just have to drink blood. Like you don't get the same satisfaction of like food. Like it's a different whole like lifestyle with being like a werewolf. Like it would be cool to just be able to turn into a monster animal.
Yeah, but
and be able to run real fast, and then you're also a human. So
yeah, but they have like trouble sleeping, and they don't.
I mean, that's just
they're not. They
never
never satiate their hunger or satisfy their hunger, do they? Is that a thing?
I think that's more vampires.
I thought vampires get
werewolves are more like under like the Hulk premise of just like, oh, I'm just destroying shit.
Yeah,
like early Hulk and like when Hulk's like on his rampages.
Yeah, I don't know. I think vampires have some cool shit, but I like the sun a little.
Being a demon would be cool too. You'd have a lot of powers. You can like snap your fingers. But then also like, what are their actual powers? Like there has to be limitations.
And then like you serve the Dark Lord also.
That's true. You have a boss.
And so yeah, he's like got his grips around you.
And it's more about having a boss for me.
Yeah. Really?
But then again, I did just say the government.
I think that's because Coach has brainwashed us.
But also, like
we are looking for someone to serve.
In this scenario, a deity has just come to you and like made you a thing.
You serve like, that deity.
Yeah, but let's say they don't want to control you; they're just doing this for you.
Why? I
don't know. It's hypothetical. That's fucking why. But in the original, like the government coming to you, like you're only gonna get those things by having a boss.
Government. Right. So
at that point,
it's like a contract,
right? Dude, I just wish that would happen.
I would, if it was anything that I could possibly be, I'd be like, oh, I want to be a Saiyan, because every time a Saiyan fights and is like beaten near death and doesn't die, they get like, I don't know what the number is, but they get significantly stronger than when they were when they're when they recover.
Right.
So they just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger.
Dragon Ball Z, man.
Yeah,
and
you gotta watch it.
Saiyan is Dragon Ball Z if people don't know. 9 people.
Yeah, like the 10 people that don't know what a Super Saiyan is. Sorry.
That's okay.
You can watch it. Funimation app.
I think it'd be really, bionic limbs. That's going to be the shit.
Yeah, that'd be the shit.
And I mean, they already have like, I saw like a demo of like an exoskeleton of like a worker in a factory, and I think it was like making like car parts or like assembling car, and like it's a small exoskeleton, so like he can like sit down and then like stand up and like lift something, and it's just like attaches to like your heat. So like you can like just like sit down like kind of standing and like have that support, so you can like work at a bench for like 3 seconds, and then you stand up and you pick up the super heavy thing and like walk over and like drop it. Yeah, it's like really cool.
God forbid that shit malfunctions while you're in it and you bend backwards or something.
No, it's like it looks like extremely like extremely just legit it's more of like not like a full, like you're not like in something, like you see that you're like wearing it's like a brace and like crutches, but there's just some like maybe some like hydraulics and things, so it's literally just around his waist. You're wearing a waistband, and then there's like
straps that go around
around your legs and thighs,
but there's something that's going down the back of their leg.
Yes, and it's like springs, so it's not on your body, you don't feel it because it's sticking a few inches out from your body.
Right. Okay.
So then when you're standing up, you just need to like sit down so you're not hunched over. It's so you're not like hunched over a workplace hurting your neck and back.
Right.
You can just sit down sitting up, right, and you work on something. And then I guess this one doesn't have like an upper torso where you can pick up a heavy thing, but I've seen that.
Right. That's insane. That's that technology is getting to that point.
Yeah. But it's gonna get to the point where like I would rather just have that with me like all the time under my skin, like built in.
As a part of you.
Yeah, like that
built in.
So
yeah.
What if they were just like, okay, the only way to get to all of that is we're just gonna have to put your consciousness. We're gonna have to either create the Matrix or just put your consciousness in a hard drive, like super fast solid state drive, and throw it in this fucking avatar body. Like I'd do it.
Oh, I'd be like, okay.
Have you seen the show Altered Carbon on Netflix?
I think that's what I was trying to think of the name of.
Dude, it's so insane. I swear,
where he dies and they put his consciousness in another body.
Well,
and
like
another
it's
body.
the future, so like he awakes from like a 200-year prison sentence,
right?
And like he's in another like body, and like crimes are. It's so crazy. I can't. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but it's one of those things that like it only gets better.
The deeper you get into the series.
And it gets confusing in the first few episodes. They start mentioning things and people and places and events, and they don't elaborate on it.
They reveal it later on.
What the fuck? And it gets revealed later on.
Yeah.
But, like, you will be confused.
Man,
but it's so hijacked. They're filming second season right now.
There's this other show. I think it's only a movie, though. And it was on Netflix for a short time. I cannot remember the name of it, but the government has access to what you see. And so... in the beginning of the movie, there's a killer, and basically what this killer does, like if I were to come up to you and I was to pull out a gun and shoot you,
right?
My eyes, from my point of view, they would be flashing, hey, you committed a crime, turn yourself in, authorities are on the way. They can use that evidence in the court of law against me. My vision, you just upload it to the channel. Yeah. It's kind of like some Black Mirror type realm.
Just like,
but there's a killer, and they're a hacker, and so when I come up to you and I pull out my gun to kill you, you're seeing from my point of view. So I hack into your eye, mainframe, whatever.
Yeah.
So instead of them seeing my point of view and me killing you, it's your vision, and so you see yourself die.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and so they gotta find out who this person is and whatnot. If I can remember, I'll mention it on our next cast.
Crazy.
But
sounds like a cool book too.
Oh,
maybe it was a book.
Probably.
So many things are, so many great. It's just so much. It's so much easier to create a story with so many. You have so much more time
in a book.
In a book, right?
Yeah.
With the
and the detail.
You don't have a limit as how long it can be, right? So it's so much easier to like create a huge backstory and character development to then adapt to film. It's just doing it good is only done, so much.
I agree with that.
But no, it's definitely how where it's a lot of the fucking best movie. But then again, like things like The Matrix, I watched a whole 15-minute video of explaining The Matrix, and I already understood The Matrix.
I didn't understand The Matrix until 2015.
Well, no, I've watched it again. I for some reason I have it on Blu-ray.
I'm down to watch that.
The whole trilogy. I have 2 box sets of it.
I don't think I've seen the third one.
Yeah, we can watch it. But then I understand it, and I thought I understood it, and then I watched this video that was understanding the deep, and it wasn't a conspiracy one because it pointed out fan conspiracies and was that's why all of this is incorrect. And when it explained it, I was well, that makes absolute sense. And it was and in this scene, did you notice? And I was just oh well, now I'm it's one of the craziest stories ever told.
Yeah,
but it's also
it's crazy anyway.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Being Neo would be fucking dope. But then it goes so deep because then you're are you really Neo? But then you're Neo because of this. And then so.
Yeah.
I would rather just be Superman in reality right now, if there is reality.
In our reality.
In this reality.
Even if we're in a Matrix, this is our reality.
Make me Superman.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. If we are in the Matrix, hello, Morpheus.
Hello. Cello.
Cello, you got a bass. We watched Tenacious D for the first time. Or
oh my God, I love that.
And she loved it.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
She was just oh my God, Pick a Destiny. I was yeah, that's what I grew up on. I'm it's so fucking funny. Jack Black at that point was just and it was after School of Rock. It was years after School of Rock. So he was already out, and it obviously Tenacious D came out before School of Rock, the original Tenacious D series and shit like that. But God, to Pick a Destiny is just so fucking solid.
It's hilarious too. I love it.
Original series, but yeah. They're on tour right now, I think.
Really?
Yeah. And it's about their new YouTube series they have. It's a YouTube series and movie.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna watch that. But they basically, I think, perform and go through it on stage. But just that'd be so cool to see Tenacious D.
Yeah, Jack Black's I like him a lot. He's pretty metal.
He's like he's like so many people's like teenage years.
Yeah.
He's just like perfect for that. And then like growing up, like he's so like ageless. Like a lot of people can enjoy him.
Yeah, true that.
You know, a lot of people can enjoy
younger
him.
to older crowds.
So, yeah, I love Jack Black. So we'll watch that. And dude, we just got back from moving a 375-pound fucking oven.
Oh yeah, that boy was big.
The boy was heavy. It
wasn't super big, but super dense.
God, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not huge, but just fuck it was.
I mean, it's an oven, but still, it's dense.
And lifting it with those straps, like it was easy between both of us, but to control it and all that, it being that heavy,
yeah,
it would have been way easier if it was bigger. If it was the size of like a dresser.
You're like, I can grab anywhere I want to on here. We're like, how do I pick this up? This is a little awkward.
Yeah, but that was fucking...
Your dad was like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah, like, and it took all three of us, but we fucking did it.
Yeah, those straps
we got it in, and it was kind of a mess, but...
I wasn't too bad. I mean, I've seen installations go a lot worse.
Yeah, and I mean, it came
Nobody
out
smashed their
flawless.
finger.
Yeah, it came out like looking flawless. We bent a little bit of the plate at the bottom, but it was just sheet metal.
Yeah, it's just sheet metal. You bend it back. Yeah, I'm glad we got to do that for them.
For once.
Make that easy.
Yeah, for once, we weren't slightly a wreck.
For once, we weren't slightly a wreck.